Alright, I'm home again, and I'm going to review Wrestlemania 29 now. I got to see it live, so it was just a great experience overall. But now I'm going to talk about the matches and how I felt about them as actual wrestling matches and not just live events. So let's just get started with the first match of the night. Was The Shield versus Sheamus, Randy Orton, and Big Show. This match I was really excited for because all the Shield's matches so far have been really entertaining and fun. Even though I wish they would kind of add in like Extreme Rules or something like that, or at least Tornado Tag to their matches. But this match was still fantastic in my opinion. It got the show off to a really great start. It was fast-paced, it was enjoyable, everyone got some moves in, and then Big Show was an ass at the end, so there's that. I'm really interested to see how much longer they're going to keep the Shield undefeated though, because they've beaten everyone essentially now. At Elimination Chamber, they beat essentially the biggest three faces in the entire company, and then they went to this beating them. And now what are they gonna do? Are they gonna face Rock and Cena? I mean, who knows? That actually might happen. But this match overall, it was very fun. I had a great time with it. I'm gonna give it an A-. That was a very fun match. The next match on the card was Ryback versus Mark Henry. And I thought this match had a lot of steam going into it, and it could have been a nice, maybe 5 or 6 minute match. It just had a bunch of power moves going on. But this match was just really bad to me. It was just so slow. All I remember from that match at this point is just bear hugs from Mark Henry, and it was so goddamn slow. And why did Ryback lose? I mean, he has not won an important pay-per-view match in his career yet, and you're making him lose to Mark Henry. What does Mark Henry gain from this? Nothing, and then Ryback hits his finisher after the match anyway. This match sucked. D, let's move on. The next up was Team Hell No versus Ziggler and Big E Langston. This match I was also excited for because I thought everyone in this match could put together to create a really good, entertaining match. And they did. It was a very fun match. It's better than most tag team matches you see nowadays. Both teams got in a good amount of offense and everyone got some nice moves in there. And I love the beginning of this match when they kind of went back to last year and had Ziggler kiss AJ and then Bryan kick him. If he won that, I actually kind of would have loved it. But nevertheless, they still got a full match out of this and it was very entertaining. I kind of expected Ziggler and Big E to win this match because I honestly expected Ziggler to win 2 titles last night and he really didn't do jack shit. But nevertheless, having Hell No win, it doesn't really make that much sense, but they've had the titles for a long time, and I think they're gonna have them for at least a few more months at this point. But the match itself was very enjoyable. It had a nice pace to it. I'll give that a B+. Next match after that, there was Fandango versus Chris Jericho. And this match, I didn't have all that much hype going into it. I thought it could be a good match, and I wanted to see what Fandango could do in his debut. And honestly, I really liked Fandango after this match. This match was really well done in my opinion. It was a little bit slow at times, but there were so many cool spots, like Jericho jumping off the top ropes onto Fandango on the outside. The kick from the ropes. There's so many different spots that I thought were really cool. They went back and forth with each other and Jericho did a really good job of making Fandango look good in this match, and I thought that was important to see for his first match. And I expected him to win this match. I thought he would win by his finisher though. The roll-up looked really sloppy the way it happened. I do want to see how Fandango can match up with other people now, like guys that aren't as good as Jericho, and I want to see if he can actually hold his own. So this match itself, I'll give an A-. I really enjoyed it a lot. But after that, we had Del Rio versus Swagger, and I like that Swagger got a jobber entrance for this, just because he was gonna lose. And Del Rio and Swagger, I don't really like either of them that much. I really don't like Swagger. Del Rio's been better since he turned face, but still, I don't like him that much. I do like Zeb Coulter, but that wasn't enough for me to get hyped going into this match. I just figured, alright, it'll be a good wrestling match, and that'll be that. And that's exactly what it was. It was a very good wrestling match. It had a pretty weak ending to me. It wasn't all that memorable, just, you know, the armbar, fine. It was an enjoyable match to watch. It wasn't anything special in my opinion or anything that great, but it still kept the night going until we were getting to the main events. And I'll give that one a B-. Next was the best match of the night by far, Undertaker versus CM Punk. I kind of expected it to be the best match going in, and it was so good. It was one of the best matches I've seen in a long time. Because first of all, the entrances for this match really felt special in Wrestlemania. Like, Punk had Living Color play him out to the ring, and Undertaker's entrance was so cool with the hands coming up to him. That just really set the tone and got me right into it, and as soon as the match started, I could just feel the atmosphere going and the chants during the match were so loud and awesome. It was just such a great match to watch. And there were legitimately times where I thought Punk was actually gonna win, but he didn't, and Undertaker came out on top, and it was a cool ending when they were going back and forth with the finishers. And I forgot the dive outside with Punk onto Undertaker. That table just really didn't want to die, so... But nevertheless, that was a really cool moment. This match, once again, was by far the best match of the night, and after the match, seeing Undertaker with the urn, that was a nice moment. And this match, I loved every single thing about it. I kept going with the near falls. I was really into it. It had a nice pace to it, and I just loved it. So I'm going to give this match an A+. Next up after that, we followed with Brock versus Triple H, no holds barred, career on the line. I really wanted to like this match, but I just hate Brock Lesnar, first of all. And second of all, I just hate how ever since he's come back, all of his matches have to be Brock's beating this person down, then they're going to have a flurry and come back and either win or just lose like Triple H did at SummerSlam. I don't like how they're building up Brock to be this huge monster. Can't we just have an equal to him? Like, he's fighting the biggest guys in the company. They're bound to be equals, okay? If you want Brock to look like a monster, just have him get more offense and, like, make it 60-40. Don't make it 80-20 so it's so unbelievable when someone else beats him. Just this match started out so slow, and Brock kept doing suplexes and kept doing them over and over again. I was not into the beginning of this match. Then Shawn Michaels got F5'd and just laid outside the ring for the next 20 minutes, because that was fine. I just wasn't really into this match at all. Yeah, there were some cool spots like Triple H, or not Triple H, Shawn Michaels kicking Paul Heyman in the face. That part with Triple H doing the Kimura lock to Brock was cool for the first 5 times they did it, and then they did it for 5 more times, and was not enjoyable. I'm exaggerating, of course, but it got really boring after a while. And the pedigree onto the steps, that was fine, but this match, I just felt like it really deadened the crowd. I had some fun with it, but it was not as good as I wanted it to be or thought it could be, considering the no-holds-barred thing. Yeah, he used the sledgehammer, but there wasn't really much else used in this match and the steps. I'll give this match a C. It's fine, but it should have been much better. And we come to the main event of the evening, the WWE Championship match, Greatness versus Redemption. John Cena versus The Rock, and I knew Cena was gonna win, but I like Cena, so I didn't care that much. I was into this match for the most part. I actually watched it when I came home today, and yeah, the first 5 or 6 minutes were pretty slow and boring. They were just, you know, doing one move to each other, going like, oh, we're actually here now, and once the match started getting going, I was into it, especially when I was live and that finisher fest was happening in the last couple minutes. Personally, I like this match more than their match last year, just because of how much more intense it was to see it live. Yeah, that's a little bit of a bias, but you know what? It's there. I'm glad Cena won because now we don't have to see Rock show up twice every 4 weeks as the champion, and we can actually see the champion every week on Raw now, and that was enjoyable to watch. A lot of people were expecting him to turn heel. I was at one point in the match when he used the rock bottom on Rock, and then he was just starting to look like he was going to go nuts, but he didn't. After the match, I didn't really expect it to happen, and then he shook hands, and they went on the stage, he saluted him, fine, whatever, that's Cena's character. I did enjoy most of this match, even though they did use finishers a lot. It was still fun to watch, and the crowd live was really into it. Didn't turn out as well on TV, but you know what, live, it really felt like the crowd was into it. That match I'll give a B. It was enjoyable. The match was slow to start off, and it was predictable, but still, it was a very fun match for me, at least. WrestleMania 29 overall, I had a lot of fun with it. It was especially fun to see live. It's an amazing experience. If you can ever go see WrestleMania live, definitely do it. It's so much fun. And the show overall, I'm gonna give it an A- because I really loved quite a few of the matches. A lot of them were enjoyable as well. There was only one really bad match, and that was Ryback and Mark Henry. Brock and Triple H was disappointing, but the rest of the card made up for that, and it was very enjoyable. So if you guys are wrestling fans, I hope you are if you're watching this video. Did you enjoy WrestleMania 29? If you didn't, why didn't you? What was your favorite match of the night? Write your beautiful comments down there and tell me what you think. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button down there, because if you don't, Christian, he won't come back.